Alright, and welcome back to the NJPWG1 Climax Tournament 2016. Starting off with Tomatonga coming out. He's standing right in front of his name, the projection screen right there. Just started walking, give you something to sync up to, with his weird chaps crotch shot pants. At least it's really cool face paint. Face paint's always really cool looking. The pants are always strange. I don't get the weird black patch on right on the crotch and then down the legs, but I guess it is supposed to look like chaps, but it just looks weird to me. But whatever. Wonder how long it took him to put that on. He's going to be going up against Ishii. Alright, Block A action, waiting for Ishii to come on out. So far, Ishii has 2 wins, Tomatonga only 1. Going into the 5th round of the tournament here for the B block. And if Tomatonga loses this one, I don't think he's necessarily eliminated yet. Well, that'll depend on if Makabe wins. Because Makabe has beat Tomatonga already. And so far, Makabe has gone 4-0. If he wins tonight, that puts him up to 5-0. Tomatonga would only be able to get up to 5 wins maximum, and he's already lost to Makabe, so we could start seeing some eliminations here. So far, Tanahashi, Tomatonga, and Fale all at 1 win. So Ishii's not going to want to drop another loss here, but he isn't quite out of it if he does lose. But Tomatonga definitely in trouble if he does. So it's possible that the entire tournament is on the line right here for Tomatonga. And he's not getting off to a very good start. Ishii's just beating the crap out of him right off the bat. Tomatonga trying to fire back. Laying in some shots doesn't seem to impress Ishii much, not surprisingly. Again, not really the kind of fight Tomatonga wants to get into with Ishii. He tried going toe-to-toe with Makabe, did not work out for him at all. Nice scissor takedown. That's what he needs to do. Spear. He needs to use that speed, agility. Those are his weapons in this match that he certainly has an edge over Ishii with. Sends Ishii into the guardrail. Again, Ishii doesn't do stuff like this too often, but if you start it, he is quite happy to continue. Picks him up and drops him on the guardrail that time. Probably hoping that that'll be a bit of an equalizer, soften Ishii up. Lady with a mask, yes, we see. Tonga just hanging out in the ring, waiting for Ishii to get in. Big headbutt there. I don't think that's really going to do much. Again, yeah, Ishii not impressed. Manages to get him down to one knee there. And some of those strikes. Ishii firing back with the forearms. Tonga goes to the gut with a headbutt. Trying to knock the wind out of him. Just choking him there. See, and that's why you really don't want to do shit like that. It doesn't really serve any purpose. You're going to do something like that, especially right in front of the ref. All he did right there was give Ishii time to recover. While he's getting jaw-jacked by the ref, Ishii has time to recuperate. Well, he did some strikes. Ishii firing right back. Finally manages to hit him hard enough to get his attention. Shoots him into the corner, looking for that big splash. Maybe a clothesline, but he got caught. Gets caught again. She gets the boot up. Grabs. Big belly to back suplex. Tonga not able to just pop back up like we see some of the guys do. Shibata, some of the others. Hasn't really developed that, I guess you could call it a core of determination to just pop right up after a move like that. You pay for it later, but being able to get back up and hit some offense on your opponent who's not going to expect it gives you that chance to recover for yourself a bit. 1, 2. Tonga just hasn't gotten that far in his development yet. Ishii starting to get some serious offense on him. Tonga manages to float over. Ishii fights him off. Running around. Tonga using his agility, that evasiveness that he's got. Managing to avoid contact here, but Ishii's doing the same. But gets caught by the dropkick, finally. A lot of maneuvering around. Tonga just a little bit faster. Well, he's quite a bit faster, but able to take advantage of this, what they were doing there. Gets the rolling neck breaker, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Smiling, maybe feeling a little confident here. Starting to feel confident. Doesn't want to get cocky, though. Catches him. Big slam right there. Reminiscent of Bob Holly's finisher. Not as much torque on it as Holly would get. There's that off-the-shoulder flapjack. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Some people considered that to be one of the most dangerous moves in wrestling because of the whiplash you could get off of it. But it was effective. Doing some work for Tomatonga right there. Got a hold of him. Head arm, he's looking for that DDT. Ishii catches him and look to power him up. And hits the suplex. Tomatonga needs to avoid giving Ishii openings like that. He needs to stick and move, I think. It's the huge splash there. Looking for that cutter, but Ishii throws him off, clotheslines him to the back of the head while sitting. That definitely is going to snap your head around. And for a power bomb here, Tomatonga doesn't get out of it. Ishii hits it. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Get off the dude's hair, shit. Going for the clothesline. Tomatonga dodges. It's a big forearm, but Ishii goes to the headbutt. European uppercut. Tomatonga does not avoid the big clothesline. 1, 2, only 2 count. Ishii looking for the brain buster. Tomatonga slips out of it, but gets hit with an enziguri. Tomatonga not really able to recover. Manages to sneak out there. Maybe he was playing possum. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Hit that, it's a variation on the double underhook DDT. Sizing up, looking for the cutter. Gets caught again off of that. Goes for the big headbutt, but gets hit with the forearm. Goes for the cutter again. Ishii throws him off. Goes for it yet again. Not sure what happened there. Ishii maybe got caught with a 1, 2, 3. It looked almost like Ishii turned that into almost a Falcon's arrow, but to the front. But I think Tomatonga caught him with a reversal into a cutter, and then nailed the big cutter for the 1, 2, 3. So Tomatonga is still alive in this. Tomatonga, son of Haku, a.k.a. Ming. One of the, I'd say probably one of the most popular of that family, the Samoans. I never can remember their name. I think that's the same family. I'll have to look that up later. I think they're all related to each other. They're like the original Samoans, and Yokozuna was part of the family, and I think Haku's part of that same family. Okay, so we've got Bad Luck Fale going up against Sonata. See Fale's situation in the tournament so far. He's lost to Goto, lost to Ishii, lost to Tanahashi, beat Marufuji. Let's see here. 1 win, 3 losses so far. He's going to be looking to go up to 2 and 3, try and stay alive in this. Sonata's 2 and 2 so far. He's going to be looking to go up to 3 wins. Fale's situation still not great if he loses here. Fucking with the announcer guy again for no apparent reason. Okay, so see, after this match there will be 4 more rounds to go. So if Fale loses this, and could still potentially get 5 wins. He has not gone up against Makabe yet, who, as I said earlier, Makabe 4-0 so far. Has a win streak going. So, situation is not quite as bad for Fale in this match as it would have been for Tama Tonga. Because if Tonga had lost that match, he would have been at the mercy of whether or not Makabe could win a 5th match in a row. Let's see, Makabe's match is... Makabe's match is Marufuji. So no, I don't think there's any real major advantage there for either man. Marufuji beat Okada, so you know he has it in him to beat pretty much anyone. Fale still has welts on his chest from his match with Marufuji. Or scratches, maybe. Places where his skin popped open. Sonata a bit better position with 2 wins so far, but still not doing that great. But if he loses this one, he's not quite in trouble yet. Well, he's not doing well, but not eliminated. If Fale loses, drops down to 1-4, could feasibly get up to 5 wins, but basically he would have to rely on the hope that Makabe does not keep his win streak going. And that he can beat him. Sonata can win this match, take him up to 3 wins. He's still going to be wanting Makabe to lose. I think at this point everyone in the tournament is going to be wanting Makabe to lose. Well, the A block. Because a 5-win advantage, or 5 wins in a row, that's pretty dominant. It's not him sending Fale into the guardrail there. It's a pretty interesting situation. So far, Okada is the only other one to actually have more than 2 wins. Sonata choking with a bat. Don't usually see Fale getting kind of manhandled like this. It's also kind of a significant match in a way. This is the first time, I believe, that we're seeing Bullet Club go up against Los Ingobernables. It's not his turn to get thrown into the guardrail. Fale going to take him for a little bit of a trip. Okay, he's going to take him for a hell of a trip. Where the hell are they going? Getting way out there. He's going to slam the guardrail down on top of him. Maybe looking to get an easy win here. Batter Sonata around a bit and then get back to the ring to try and get that count-out victory. Sonata definitely feeling the impact from that. His counting, Sonata fighting to get back. Last damn second. Fale standing on him. Definitely interesting to see these two factions starting to interact with each other. Los Ingobernables pretty much feuding exclusively with Chaos. Okada, Gato, Yoshihashi, Goto primarily. Ishii in there once or twice. Well, Ishii had a match with Naito when Naito had the title. Sonata going up. Catches Fale, takes him down. Now, Bullet Club, they've been feuding mostly with... Well, let's see, there was Tamatanga and Tangaroa were feuding with Hanma and Makabe for the tag titles briefly. Now, they may have interacted with each other during the tag team tournament. I did not catch that tournament, so I don't know if they really interacted with each other at that time or not. I imagine they probably did, but nothing seems to have come out of it. Big splash. 1, 2, only to go. The junior heavyweight tournament, I don't think Bushi and the one guy that was in there for Bullet Club, I don't think they were in the same block. It's not a catch as Fale with a head scissor takedown. I would have to look it up. Sonata flips over the ropes, gets the drop kick, and going to show off his pecs for the ladies. Or whatever reason it is, he always takes his shirt off. Goes for the reverse guillotine. Fale slips out of it. He was going for it. Sonata slipped out of it. Fale hits a spear. Going for a pin. 1, 2, only to go. Fale calling. I thought he might have been calling for the spike, but he's going to go for that bad luck fall. And Sonata going to slip out of it. Going for a sneaky win. Fale kicks out. Catches him. Hit the spike. Now he's going to go for the fall again. Time he hits it. Just sent him flying. 1, 2, and 3. And look, Fale picks up a second win. Stays alive. Yes, I think at this point everyone else in the block is definitely going to be hoping for Makabe to lose. Because going 5-0 gives him a significant lead, which will not be impossible for the rest to overcome, but will be difficult. Hypothetically, if Makabe wins 5 in a row, Fale and Sonata, both sitting right now at 2 and 3, would have to win 3 and more matches just to catch up. let alone overtake him. But Makabe still looking at some pretty tough matches. Marufuji isn't going to be easy. He still has Okada. He still has Fale, Goto, and Ishii. So as I think I talked about in the last A block tournament matches, there's Red Shoes coming out. Going to be the ref for the last 3 matches. Makabe kind of had a soft opening, in a way. So far, his at least as far as reputation and status goes, Tanahashi has been his biggest opponent so far, and he beat him. Along with Tenzan, Tamatanga, and Sonata, who you could make the argument, other than Tanahashi, all 4 of Makabe's matches have been the easiest matches he's going to have in the tournament. Ahead of him, as I said, Okada, the world champ. Fale, who because of his size is always going to be a threat. Goto and Ishii, more than capable of putting Makabe down and winning the match. Although Makabe does have a better record against Ishii than Ishii does against him, I believe, but that doesn't mean anything because they haven't really had a match against each other pretty much since last year. They had a match in last year's tournament. Makabe won, I believe. No, Ishii won the tournament match, which got Ishii a title shot, because Makabe held the never openweight title at the time, and Ishii, I want to say Ishii actually won that match, so I think they might have been tied up on their matches. I'd have to look it up, but pretty sure that's how it went down. Ishii held the title briefly, then Shibata won it from him. So, Ishii, plenty capable of beating Makabe. Goto, plenty capable of beating him. Okada, certainly. Marufuji beat Okada. But then he's lost to Fale and Ishii. Makabe, very similar to Ishii in terms of style, but doesn't use as much of the high-impact slams. Makabe didn't seem impressed with the chop at all. Marufuji laying those in. Doesn't seem to be getting quite the impact that he has been on Makabe. Makabe very barrel-chested. Slapping the crap out of each other. Sends him in. Eats a boot, though. Eats a double boot. Not really rattling them, though. Big clothesline takes Marufuji down. Then Makabe is showing some of the welting and his chest bleeding. Makabe going to send Marufuji into the guardrail. Yep. Again, Marufuji's kind of secret weapon here. Not really secret, but his ace in the hole is going to be those kicks. Makabe's bigger and stronger than he is. I'd have to say most likely tougher. More experience. Makabe grounded him with a headlock. Just very smart. Makabe knows Marufuji has that arsenal of kicks. He's faster. You want to deal with somebody who has that kind of style, ground him. Use your power, keep him on the mat. Don't let him get off the kicks. Don't let him run around. Going back to the chops, now Makabe's hitting him with forearms. Clubbing blows to the head. Just dropping him down again. Makabe's been dominant in this so far. Marufuji has not really been able to answer anything he's done. Cartwheel, hits a drop kick. That's what he's going to need to do to win this match. He's going to have to play that faster game. He cannot try to get into a war of attrition with Makabe. He's not going to win. Up and over, catches Makabe. A little bit of high-risk offense there, but nailed him. Fuji sizing him up. Shoots in, hits the big flying elbow. The shoulder, really. Makabe stops him. Looking for a clothesline, maybe. Marufuji hits him, but didn't even budge him. That time he got him to rock a little bit. Not so much that time. Marufuji wisely not trying to play that game, not letting Makabe hit him back. Hits a kick. Already looking for that finisher? That's not a good idea. Makabe throws him off. Marufuji tried to avoid that, but got hit with another clothesline. Makabe got rattled by something there. Back up. Big clothesline. And look for the 10 punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're going to go for the Northern Lights. And hits it. Nice bridge. 1, 2. Only 2 count. Makabe always has picture-perfect bridges for those moves like that. Going to go for a German there, but gets stopped. Marufuji takes another big clothesline, 2. Only a 2 count. Marufuji's going to have to hit something big to really recover from this. Try and get things back in his corner. Axe kick, side kick, spin kick. Makabe not giving one fuck and just clotheslined the hell out of him. Did go down, though. It's what I was talking about with Tama Tonga earlier. You see Makabe and Ishii and Shibata and a lot of the other guys, Nagata, they'll eat some big offense like that and then pull out a move before they go down. It gives them that little extra advantage in that they prevent their opponent from capitalizing. Back to the slaps and chops. Makabe not really rattled by it all that much. Even Ishii was kind of giving way before the slaps, or the chops, I should say, but Makabe really toughened through it. Goes down that time. Charging thrust kick. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. That was an opening Marufuji desperately needed. But can he stay on Makabe hard enough to put him away? Reversal. Big power slam there. Makabe really should have kept him on the ground there, I think. Looking for a German suplex or a belly to back. Catches him. Nice German. 1, 2. Long 2 count. Very long. Red Shoe's hand was only about 3 or 4 inches off the mat when he kicked out. Makabe nails the big clothesline in the corner. Gonna be looking for that spider suplex, maybe. Marufuji flips over. Hits a huge knee there. Makabe goes down. But is that really going to be enough to keep him down? Makabe has not eaten a lot of offense in this match. Fuji goes for the big kick, but gets caught with another clothesline. No, I think he was going for the knee again. Makabe gets him up. Power bomb. 1, 2. Ooh, another very close 2 count. Marufuji's showing that he's tough, but he's managed to get some offense in. Another big kick. Makabe doesn't care. Takes another big kick. That rattled him. And again, still not going down, though. And another huge knee. 1, 2. Another 2 count. Another big knee. Marufuji going for that twist and flip neck breaker and hit it. 1, 2, 3, and he manages to get him. Say that's by the skin of his teeth. Very similar to Nakajima's match against Nagata, where Nagata hit probably 70% of the offense in the match, and it really just came down to the other guy managing to hit one big move right at the end that he needed to hit in order to get the 1, 2, 3. Alright, so up next we've got Okada and Tenzan. Tenzan started off strong, had 2 wins in a row, but then dropped 2 wins to Makabe and Marufuji. Okada lost to Marufuji in the very first match of the tournament for them, but has gone on to win all 3 of his other matches against Tamatanga, Goto, and Sonata. Okada still has Bad Luck Fale, Makabe, Ishii, and Tanahashi. Be interesting to see what happens in the Tanahashi and Okada match. See who can come out on top in that one. You know, when he goes up against Ishii, even though they're both members of Chaos, they're not going to go easy on each other. Goto didn't come out with a win in the end, but he did take Okada right down to the line. Bad Luck Fale, hard to say what'll happen in that match. Especially if Fale comes out with any backup. Makabe and Okada certainly be interesting to see how that goes down as well. Thinking the expectation from most people here is that Okada's going to beat Tenzan. But Tenzan, veteran, very tough dude. You never know. Okay. Tenzan has marks all over his back. I have no clue what the hell that is all about. Still got marks all over his chest from Marufuji as well. They lock up to the ropes. Okada gonna do his little try and fake him out and at the chest thing. Backing him up. Tenzan looking for the Mongolian chop, but Okada caught him. Off the ropes. Goes for the chops again and gets caught again. Okada seems very pleased with himself. Does not avoid the shoulder tackle, though. Takes the chops. Okada hamming it up a little bit there. Tenzan gives chase. Clubbing blow to the back. I'll send him into the guardrail here. Kind of dodges, sends Tenzan flying. Now, since I only started watching this last year, in fact, right around this time last year, kind of hits that DDT off the guardrail. I do not know what kind of history these two have with each other. I imagine Okada, during his younger days, had plenty of matches against Tenzan when he was Okada was coming up through the ranks, but I don't know about that history. So. Okada can tend to just sit there and wait for Tenzan to get back in. Gonna slam him down and come over with a slingshot senton and hits it. Okada trying to just stand up to him, take it. Manages to pull it off, too. Classic neck breaker. Red Shoes refusing to count with a disrespectful pin. Gotta love Red Shoes. Got a chin lock in there. Okada cockier than usual here. Is taking Tenzan lightly. That really could cost him. Don't forget, Tenzan did beat Ishii. And Tamatanga. Now, of course, Tamatanga, not a huge threat in the tournament. This is his first major foray into singles competition at NJPW, but Ishii, I think, is perfectly capable of beating Okada on a good night. Tenzan chopping him. Maybe making Okada think about that a little bit. Big clothesline. Gonna go for a suplex. And hits it. One, two, only two count. Now, I think my strategy in this situation, if I was Tenzan, would be to really ground Okada. Again, similar situation to some of the previous matches. You got this situation here where Tenzan just got flapjack there. Tenzan is bigger and stronger than Okada. He's got a lot more experience, way more experience, but he's nowhere near as quick. Kind of flying in with a big elbow or the shoulder tackle there. DDT and a kip up. Now going to go for the rolling uppercut. And hits it. So kind of one or two there. I couldn't quite tell. Probably a 2 count. Okada has youth on his side, speed, and the confidence of being the world champ. Okada slamming Tenzan. Gonna go for the flying elbow and hits it. I was gonna go for the wide angle shot, call for the Rainmaker. There he goes. Looking for it already. Tenzan counters with a headbutt. Mongolian chop. It's that, I'm still not sure what the hell to call that. It's like a Samoan backdrop almost, rather than a Samoan drop or a straight backdrop. Finish what I was saying. I think the best strategy for Tenzan would be to just play the ground game. Keep Okada off his feet, keep him on the ground, go after his arms. He's already suffered some damage to that left arm. If Tenzan could get him down and really focus on that arm, have a good chance of wearing him out, finish him off. Okada hitting the drop kick there. Takes Tenzan off his feet. Gonna go for it again and hits it again. Sitting position. Going for it again, hits it again. Gonna go for it again. Hits it again. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Chain of drop kicks there. Tenzan's chest popping open again where Marufuji blistered him. Okada going for that Kryptonite Crunch type move onto the knee. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Beginning to wonder if Tenzan kind of gave it his all in those first 2 matches and just wore himself out to the point that he is just really struggling, especially in this match. He hasn't really gotten much offense in at all. I mean, he's been taking everything Okada can throw at him, but it's been Okada doing all the throwing for the most part. Big flurry of uppercuts there. Tenzan, it's a big falling clothesline. Really threw himself into it. 1, 2. Only a short 2 count. He's calling for the driver. Hits it. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Calling for a big clothesline. Misses. Okada going for the Rainmaker, but gets caught with a side slam there. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. He's locking in the vise, and he's got it. Really wrenching it in. Or cranking it. Got him up. Gonna look for this slam. Okada trying to block it. Manages to get out of it. Tenzan just headbutted him in the chest, pretty much. Takes a big drop kick. Goes for it again, and nasty headbutt right there. Just big time knocking heads. Tenzan just bashing into his head with his own there. Brutal. Again. Slamming Okada down. Gonna look for that moonsault. Takes a big drop kick to the back there. Okada was able to get up. Hits the belly to back, holds on. He's going to spin him around for the Rainmaker and hits it. 1, 2, 3. And that's Okada picking up his 4th win. Tenzan dropping down to 2 and 3. Tenzan put up a good fight, but just was not able to pull out a victory in the end. Okada mugging for the cameras. Alright, before we go into the next match, I'll talk about some of my own stuff right quick. Got a new game out called The Adventure of Fuckface. It's a comedy RPG, kind of an RPG spoof / satire game. Gently poking fun at classic RPG games, as well as a bunch of other stuff. You can find that on Game Jolt or Itch.io. The UCK are in asterisks, so F asterisk 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 face. The Adventure of that. Or you can just look me up. My name on there. The developer name is Acidheads, ACIDHEDZ. I also have music out. You can find me at selfie.com/acidheads. I'm on YouTube. Or you can come and check out my website, acidbathproductions.biz. I do have a Pro Wrestling E-Fed on YouTube called AZW. I use the game No Mercy to run that. Don't have any recent stuff, but there's quite a bit on there that you could check out. Quite a few good matches, too. I do commentary for those. Alright, so we've got Goto coming out, so our main event is Goto versus Tanahashi. Goto also came out strong in the tournament to start off with, beating Bad Luck Fale and Ishii. But dropped losses to Sonata and Okada. So he's going to be looking to go up to the 3-2. While Tanahashi has had a pretty bad showing so far in the tournament, only managing 1-3. He finally picked up a win against Bad Luck Fale. He's going to be looking to pick up his second win in this match, which he really, really needs going forward. Because, again, he lost to Makabe. Although Makabe is now sitting at 4-1, he still has a pretty commanding lead over anyone that he's beaten. Or rather, I should say everyone he's beaten so far. Tanahashi coming out with Yoshitatsu. Haven't seen him during the tournament, really. He was kind of tagging with Captain New Japan and a couple of the others. Haven't really seen him around, though. He might have been off doing something else, maybe taking a bit of a break. He just came back a few months ago from a life-threatening injury. Not just career-threatening, life-threatening. Got hit with the Styles Clash. Had his head in the wrong position, broke his neck. There for a while, they weren't sure if he could have died. Could have been paralyzed, but managed to fight through it, managed to come back from it. Tanahashi so far, as I said, not having a great showing. Losing to Tamatanga, Makabe, and Sonata. Of course, in a way, he's not in as horrible a position as he could be. Now, Makabe's beat him and is so far tied with Okada. So he does have a ways to go to overcome Makabe's lead. But Sonata sitting at 2 wins so far. Tamatanga 2 wins. And yeah, that's it. I don't know why I was thinking there was somebody else. He beat Fale. So he only needs to win this match to actually tie up with both of them. Sonata and Tamatanga. After that, he just needs to keep winning and catch up to Makabe, and he still has a chance of winning the tournament. Now, if he loses this match to Goto, then he's really going to be in trouble. Nice arm drag there, takes Goto over. Gets him into an arm bar. The flip side of that, Goto losing to Okada. So that's the one that he needs to overcome, the lead that he needs to make up. And again, Goto Sonata tied at 2. So Goto in a bit of a better position, not just because he's only got 2 losses to Tanahashi's 3 so far. Again, one could make the argument that if Goto can win this match, conversely, the 2 hardest matches of the tournament are over for him. He just has to keep on his game and beat guys that he knows he can beat. Tanahashi sends Goto all the way to the outside, gives chase, laying a forearm in there. Interesting to see what Tanahashi does here. Slams his head into the apron. You don't really see Tanahashi getting too nasty on the outside unless the other guy does first. And Tanahashi may be getting a little desperate there. Goto takes advantage, slams him into the guardrail. Going to do it again. This time send him running and goes in there. Not as much impact as before, but it still wouldn't feel very good. Another clubbing blow there. Goes back in. Going to stay on top of it. Has the head scissored in, really wrenching on the neck there. Goto pretty much in command of the match so far. Kind of been the story of the night in a lot of ways. Though, is whoever gets the early lead in offense tends to kind of lose in the end. Okada being an exception there. But just laying in those forearms. Tanahashi trying to fire back. But Goto kind of rocking him there with a couple of forearms and a kick. Sends him right into the turnbuckle. Doesn't really want to screw around here. If he gives Tanahashi an opening, Tanahashi will take advantage. He's way too experienced to not. Case in point, Goto doesn't stay on him, gives him a chance. Tanahashi runs out, hits that big flying forearm. Forearms, gut punches. I'll slam him down, looking for that rolling senton. Well, the front flip senton. Off the middle, and hits it. 1, 2, only 2 count. Tanahashi maybe looking for a German or belly to back. Goto fights out. Goes for a kick, gets caught though. Tanahashi was going for that leg whip, but Goto fought out of it. Hits another kick. Goto firing off on Tanahashi, sends him in, hits the big spin kick. Looking for the backdrop, hits it. Sends it flying, sizing him up. Clotheslines him right over the top. All the way down to the floor, Tanahashi feeling the pain. Up and over, catches him. Again, Goto had the lion's share of the offense in this match. We saw a similar situation with Makabe. He got in a lot of the offense of his match, but Marufuji was able to just kind of pull it out of his ass in the end. Fale's match with Sonata was a little bit more back and forth, but he took a lot of offense early on. Goto coming off with the elbow, 2, and 2 count only. Tamatonga and Ishii, similar story. Tamatonga ate a lot of offense, but able to pull out the win in the end. Tenzan tried to get Okada, wasn't quite able to do it. Tanahashi escapes the clothesline, but gets caught. Goto going for that Death Valley driver onto the knee. Tanahashi swings off of him and kind of brings him down with a reverse DDT. Kind of abbreviated version of his sling blade. Both men landing hard there. Tanahashi going up. Gonna look for the high fly flow cross body to the outside and hits it. Goto having a bit of a deer caught in the headlights reaction there. Saw him, wasn't able to respond in time to do anything about it. Tanahashi rolls in. Managed to really hit Goto hard there, but he also landed pretty hard himself. Cuts Goto off, trying to get back in the ring. He's going to look to whip the leg and post it down into the mat. Goto fighting him off. He's going to suplex on the outside. The ref does not want to see this happen. Tanahashi trying to fight out of it. Getting him up. Lands him on the apron. Tanahashi managing to escape. Exchanging forearms. Tanahashi getting the better of it. Momentarily, now they're just going back and forth there. Dangerous place to be doing that. Both rolling in. Back to it. I'm not sure who I'd give the edge to here. Goto's a little bit more used to this kind of striking game. Tanahashi gets the better of it, though. As I said earlier, Tanahashi not eliminated if he loses here, but he needs this win. Big nasty headbutt. Goto going for the big standing clothesline. Gets caught with that capture suplex. Only a 2 count. Tanahashi looking for the high fly flow. Can he hit it? No, he misses. Goto with a running clothesline to the back of the head there. Goto looking for that big kick. And hits it. 1, 2, only a 2 count. For maybe a suplex. Nope. Face plant on the knee. Now going to look to transition to that finisher. It's a reverse DDT onto the knee. Tanahashi arm drags out of it. Goto catches him, goes for the DVD on the knee, hits it. Looking for the move again. Tanahashi powers himself over. But gets caught in a sleeper. Goto really has it locked in tight. Tanahashi maybe playing a bit of possum there. Goto goes for that finisher again. Tanahashi catches him with a rolling neck breaker. kind of turned into Goto's major flaw through some of these tournament matches. He gets really fixated on wanting to hit that move. Tanahashi hits the sling blade. Gonna look to go up for the high fly flow again. This time, Goto standing, hits the crossbody version. Gonna go up, try and hit it again. Hitting him on the ground. And hits it. 1, 2, and 3. Tanahashi picks up a second win that he desperately needed. Goto drops 2 and 3. So right now, interesting landscape for the A block. You have Okada and Makabe both at 4 and 1. Everyone else 2 and 3. Except Marufuji, he's 3 and 2. Fale, Goto, Ishii, Sanada, Tanahashi, Tenzan, and Tamatonga all 2-3 so far. So kind of interesting. Okada and Makabe definitely have a commanding lead there. Marufuji not too far behind. Everybody else still alive, but have a lot of ground to make up. So it'll be interesting to see how all this plays out going forward. Alright, so looks like we've got some time with Tanahashi hanging out and having fun with the audience and everything, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave you guys here with the match being over with there, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.